aquí en Buenos Aires, Argentina. Ahora es momento de presentar a Toros de Chiriquí, con su entrenador, José Chambers, como de la siguiente manera: número 3, Johnny Murillo; 6, para José Ramón; número 8, Guillermo Navarro; número 11, Alberto Rojas; número 14, José Lloreda; número 18, Roberto Armstrong; número 19, Alexander Pérez; número 23, Michael Hughes; número 24, Alejandro Grande; y número 29, Seguir. Con la dirección técnica de Gustavo Conti, así forma Flamengo. Número 1, Guillermo Deodato; número 6, Franco Balbi; número 7, Jonathan Dos Santos; número 8, Jordan Williams; número 22, Shaquille Johnson; 23, Cacho Bello; número 24, Lucas Seward; número 30, Juan Miranda; número 47, Alexi Borges; y 83, David Galici. Los árbitros en la jornada serán Carolino Peñalosa Álvarez, Shakir Valentín Carreño Pinzón y Franco Anselmo Igoravich. Segundo juego, segundo día, sede Buenos Aires, Argentina. La bici tiene Américas.
Are we starting? Good evening and welcome into Gimnasio Hector Echart in Buenos Aires, Argentina for tonight's Basketball Champions League Americas Group B matchup between Flamengo of Belo Horizonte, Brazil, and Toros de Chiriquí of David, Panama. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Peta, and we're so glad you can be with us tonight, wherever you're watching from in the USA, on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel, and Courtside 1891. Andrew, Flamengo comes into this window already having clinched first place in Group B, but they stubbed their toe yesterday against Boca Juniors, getting blown out 96-71. What were your thoughts on that game, and why was Flamengo so far from the dominating team we've seen so far?
Well, Boca really flipped the script on Flamengo. Flamengo's a team we've seen so far in this tournament, group play, shooting a high percentage. Yesterday, what we saw from them was under 30% from three-point and about 36% from the field, while Boca was shooting about 60% from three-pointers. As I've said in the past, if a team shoots 60%, hard to beat them, and that's just what Boca did on their home floor.
Toros, on the other hand, they're still looking for their first win in BCL America's play, coming into this one 0-4, and they haven't been closer than 20 points in any of their 4 losses. They have an interesting mix of the really young and the really not so young, with a 32-year age gap between their youngest and oldest players. Michael Hicks is 3 times as old as Johnny Murillo. But maybe they will take some inspiration from what Boca did to Flamengo yesterday and jump up and bite the big dogs.
Yeah, anywhere they can draw inspiration would be helpful. Of course, they'd love to end this tournament on a high note. Uh, for me, even if they can stay in within, maybe 10, 15 points of Flamengo, I think that's good for what we've seen so far this tournament. But if they can pull out a win, even better.
This is the last game of the night and our penultimate game of the group phase. The final game will take place tomorrow night as Toros take on Boca Juniors right back here in Buenos Aires. We will have that one for you at 9:20 p.m. local time, 7:20 Eastern in the U.S. Had a chance to look at the starting lineups for Toros de Chiriquí. Guillermo Navarro, Adalberto Rojas, Roberto Armstrong, Alejandro Grant, and Ezekiel Bell. We'll start for Joshua Chambers. Joshua Chambers, assisted by Alberto Duque and Guillermo Navarro. For Flamengo and head coach Gustavo Conti, it'll be Franco Balbi, Jonathan Dos Santos, Shaquille Johnson, Caio Manfio, and Tayavek Galizzi. Gustavo Conti, assisted by Fernando de Oliveira and Cristiano Medeiros. Our officials for this game, Carmelo de la Rosa of Puerto Rico, Yesid Carreño of Colombia, and Franco Anselmo of Argentina. Just 10 players on these rosters. So both teams coming in short in this game. We have reached the appointed start time, and we are ready to go. Galizzi wins the tip, and it'll be Flamengo on offense first. Galizzi with a right-hand jab to get things started. Nice when you can win the tip for your team and then go down and get a dunk. Rojas to his left. Swings it back right side to Navarro. Now back outside. 3 on the way as the shot clock winds down, and that is good. Roberto Armstrong came into this game 0 for 1 from three-point range. And Flamengo turns it over. They don't really have numbers here, so they settle for the outside jump shot. No good. Caio Manfio, the rebound. Your guy, Caio. He had 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 points and 5 rebounds against Toros in 2 games. 5 games overall, 7.8 points, 5 rebounds per game. Don't know if he's ever going to have a game like he had against Obras in the quarters last year. Not many people in general at any level have that kind of game. 10 of 10 from the floor, 7 of 7 from three-point range, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Called that the Caio. Shot clock down to 3. Yes. Pull-up jumper from the right side is good for Navarro.
Craig, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Balbi left side to Shaquille Johnson. That jumper is good. That was a 3, and we are tied at 5.
Yeah, yesterday's matchup with Flamengo and Boca, Guy Diodato really the only one getting things going scoring-wise, and I thought I'd see more of Shaq Johnson, so good to see him back in the form from that shot that I'm used to seeing.
Alejandro Grant missed that one badly, but the pass up ahead tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with Flamengo. And again, you kind of have to wonder in a game like this, and we talked about this in the last game between Minas and Biguá, where really the game doesn't mean much. Obviously, you know, Flamengo would like to win. You know, they would like to not finish the tournament on a pair of losses, but they've sewn up first place in Group B. They don't want to get anybody hurt. And you just have to wonder how much they are going to put into this game tonight. That three-pointer good. Roberto Armstrong. And it's 8-7 Toros. Galizzi answers. Galizzi already with 6 points, 3 of 3 from the floor. Step back three. So Santos the rebound. Oh, a tough shot hanging in the air and scoring. Shaq Johnson, and he will go to the free throw line. 34-year-old American. 27 points in 2 games against Toros, 14 and 13, and 10 rebounds, averaging 16.3 points, 4.3 boards per game. Johnson from Atlanta, Georgia, finished collegiately at Marshall in 2011. Senior year for Marshall, averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Actually played in this tournament a couple of years ago with Minas. And he's played for our friends Halcones de Salapa in Mexico, in addition to playing in Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina, and Finland. So he makes it 12-8 on the three-point play. Shot clock down to 2. Turnaround high off the glass, no good by Grant. And up ahead, oh, a beautiful feed up to Galizzi. And Galizzi already with 8 points. Came into this one averaging just 7.3. Might have a 10 spot before the end of the frame. Alejandro Grant looking around saying, I was wide open, guys. Galizzi the rebound. Second board for Galizzi. Now Balbi gets it over to Dos Santos. His three-pointer missed. And Balbi takes it the rest of the way himself. Lays it in with the left hand. Boy, Toros standing around flat-footed. Not even going after that loose ball on the rebound. And Joshua Chambers wants timeout, as Flamengo has pulled out to an 8-point lead. Yeah, nobody really went after that offensive rebound there. And Balbi got the easy left-hand layup over Adalberto Rojas. (16-8) in favor of Flamengo. A 7-0 run by the Brazilians. beg your pardon, a 9-0 run. Toros actually led 8-7. So Joshua Chambers taking timeout to try to get his team squared away. Now here's Armstrong on the drive, losing it in the paint. And then Galizzi with the block. Galizzi pulls down another rebound. Here's Balby, open for three. Grant gets that one. Lob inside a little too deep for Ezekiel Bell. He's got to get it back out. Three on the way. Nope. Balby the rebound. 4.5 minutes to play first quarter. That three-pointer rattles out. Deodato into the game now for... Actually, no, he is not. I beg your pardon. Great little venue for watching basketball here at Gimnasio Hector Echart in Buenos Aires. I've not been to this venue.
Yeah, as I was looking at some of our wide shots during the daytime, it seems that there's a pool attached, I believe, because I could see through the windows. It seemed that I was seeing the blue reflection. So it looks like a whole complex there.
Yeah. Maybe that's where Boca Juniors are hanging out tonight, in the pool. Maybe they've got a little video monitor watching us. Checking this game out. As Boca will take on Toros de Chiriquí tomorrow night. Lucas Seward hitting from three-point range to make it 19-8. So the turnaround fadeaway for Jaime Lloreda. 44-year-old captain for Toros. Gets his first points of the game. Two 40-plus-year-olds on the Toros roster. Michael Hicks at 48 years old. And Jaime Lloreda, the Panamanian legend. And Michael Hicks isn't just on this roster as any kind of novelty. He's averaging 16.5 points per game. There's Guy Deodato. Missed that three-point attempt. Oldest player on Flamengo, Jonathan Dos Santos, at 37 years old. Lloreda. Dos Santos, the rebound, up ahead. A right-hand dunk. Lucas Seward, a moment after hitting a three-pointer, gets the jam. I apologize for the silence. I'm a little confused as to the score here. Okay, I did have it right in my book. Then the website went backwards. Now it is I had it 1911. Then the website went back to 1611. Now it was 19-11 following the 2 free throws. Now it's 21-11. Okay. I knew I wasn't going crazy again. They took that 3-pointer out of there by Lucas Seward. I think they said that was just a 2. That may have been where the confusion was, and they had to get that straightened out. So they took those off the board. So biggest lead of the game now for Flamengo should be 10 points. And that is correct. And now it's 11 at 23-12. Okay. Lloreda for 3. Missed. And now Flamengo a little flat-footed on that rebound. Give Toros another opportunity. Lloreda bullying his way to the brack. And gets fouled.
I think he got away with a double dribble there. Craig, I was going to let you know, too, if we couldn't figure out, I was going to call timeout. I'm glad I didn't have to.
Were you confused, too, or was it just me?
No, I wasn't confused, but I think that's because I missed the score that you were referring to. So...
But you could hear the squirrels running in the cage in between my ears, right? Trying to figure that out. They had to ramp up the brain power.
No, I think you've got a good setup over there. Any ambient noise, any ambient noise in your head,
that stays contained, right? Between
correct.
The noise canceling
headphones, it through the mic.
The noise canceling headphones and all the acoustic tiling around, yeah. 23-14 now. Shaquille Johnson fouled on his way to the hoop, and he's going to go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Doble la falta as Jaime Lloreda swipes him across the mug. Johnson, an 85% free throw shooter in this event, has hit 2 of 2 tonight. And the lead is 12. Little give to Lloreda, steamrolling his way through the lane, loses it, gets it back, and 1 for Jaime Lloreda. Big man getting off early in this one. Came into this one averaging 6.8 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. Already with 6 points. Ruan Miranda and Lucas Seward sitting down. So on the floor now for Flamengo, it's Deodato, Dos Santos, Shaq Johnson, Kyle Manfio, and Taya Galizzi. Actually, Jordan Williams on now. Michael Hicks on for Toros. The 48-year-old Michael Hicks. Three-pointer for Galizzi. Galizzi, not known as a three-point shooter, hadn't shot one coming into this event, or rather coming into this game during this event. Shot clock at 5. Outside is Lloreda. Lloreda puts it up, bricks that as the shot clock expires. Not much you could do there. Johnson for 3. Galizzi tapped the rebound, controlled by Lloreda. Up ahead, and the left-hand lay-in is good. Roberto Armstrong now with 6 points. Flamengo works it around the outside. Three-pointer short as the quarter comes to an end. 29-19 in favor of Flamengo after one quarter. And as impressive as 29 points are in a 10-minute FIBA quarter, they're not doing it from outside. Just three-pointers in that first quarter. 12 of 21 overall for Flamengo, or 12 of 22 rather, for 54.5%. 3 of 11 from three-point range, 27%. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Toros 6 of 19 overall for 31.6. 2 of 5 from the arc, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Flamengo really crashing the boards in that first quarter, out rebounding Toros 14-8. Teams even with 3 offensive rebounds apiece. Toros did not turn the ball over in that first quarter. Flamengo with 2 giveaways. Individually, Guy Deodato 5 points. Franco Balbi 2. Shaquille Johnson 9. Lucas Seward 2. And Tayavek Galitzi 11 points on 5 of 5 shooting in that first quarter. For Toros, Jaime Lloreda 7 points. Roberto Armstrong 6. And Guillermo Navarro with 6 points. Those are the only 3 players for Toros that have scored. Again, we are so appreciative that you can be with us. If this is your first game following BCL America's play this year or following this tournament at all, thanks so much for joining us. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feta. In the USA, we are on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Lloreda squaring off against Galitzi. His turnaround jump shot is good. Lloreda now with 9. Oh, that shot swatted into infinity by Jordan Williams. That one might not ever come back.
It already disappeared. I don't know. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it did hit the
yeah, it
that
hit
overhang.
That, yep, and came straight back down. Lloreda picks it up. Gets it ripped out of there by Franco Balbi. Galitzi, the behind-the-head pass to Jordan Williams. That was fancy. Taya Galitzi having himself a game, 11 points and a pretty assist. That was a Larry Bird pass. Lloreda, the rebound, puts it up in traffic, won't go. Offensive rebound by Joshua Lemon.
Here he is.
Ball, but he draws the foul. Now, was that a light, or does Galitzi have a streak of red in his hair? He's got a streak of red in his hair. I like that. Kind of mirroring those horizontal stripes on the front of the Flamengo jersey. He's got a mohawk stripe. Now Ruan Miranda onto the game, or rather into the game, onto the floor for Flamengo. And there you get a look. Jaime Lloreda, the captain for Panama. Absolute legend. He has been in some battles over the years. He has faced every big man of note in South America, and a bunch of North American ones too when you think about AmeriCup play with Canada and the U.S. Perhaps he's tangled with somebody like Kelly Olynyk from Canada. Deodato to Balbi. Franco the floater, and that is good. No doubt he's battled Luis Scola from Argentina. Lucas Diaz and Bruno Caboclo of Brazil. There's one Venezuelan longtime center whose name escapes me right now. I'm sure it'll come to me about 3 o'clock this morning. Foul on the floor before the shot from Michael Hicks. Michael Hicks still so quick and so strong at age 48. Still got some pretty good springs, too. And with that number 23 and that bald head and the way he moves so efficiently, said this before, he kind of looks like Wizards MJ.
Mm-hmm.
With a couple of more inches. Only 6'3". 191 centimeters. Jordan, of course, 6'6", 198.
Seen some rumors around that Jordan was only 6'3". Some people think that.
Yeah, I've heard. I don't think he would. I've never heard him as small as 6'3". I've heard that 6'6" might be a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Barkley kind of the same way. He was listed at 6'6". He may have only been 6'5". Balbi throws it out to Jordan Williams. Tried to get it into Ruan Miranda, but he lost the handle. How about Dwayne Wade? He was listed at 6'3" as that three-pointer falls through on a second opportunity. Wasn't Wade listed as like 6'3", but he was on a good day 6'3"? Was he a legit 6'3"? I always thought he was a touch shorter.
Yeah, I think he's legit 6'3". Because as a two guard, he was usually undersized at that height.
Yeah. 33-26. Flamengo's lead has been cut to 7 with 7:05 to play in the second quarter. Timeout on the floor. One game already in the books tonight. Minas held off Bigua 81-77. For the second day in a row, hearts broken for Bigua. They lost. Talking about Bigua before we went to the break there, they lost a heartbreaker yesterday evening to Kimsa, 75-71, which eliminated them from contention. For 2024-25, Bigua, the last team to advance to the quarters. And a turnover on the inbound as Roberto Armstrong forces Flamengo into the error. And if Toros win this game, Flamengo would be the second team to win their group with a 4-2 record. That would be pretty unusual.
Second to Real Estelí.
Yeah. Estelí lost both games in the January window. Beg your pardon, in the first February window. Pass stolen from Hicks. Don't forget that group. Group A did not play in December. Oh, and Kyle Manfio not expecting that pass. A little too unselfish. Flamengo on that possession results in the turnover. So Manfio has a seat. And I think you're going to see a lot of even distribution of minutes by Gustavo Conti, although Jonathan Dos Santos played all 10 minutes of the first quarter. Alexi Borges did not play at all. Now Seward for three. Splash! Hicks has his shot blocked. Borges did not play yesterday, so he must be nursing a little bit of an injury. Nice little hook there for Ruan Miranda.
Excellent low post move. Hook shot, always my favorite choice.
Seward thought about the three, instead got it to Miranda. There's another little jump hook.
There we go.
And the lead is now 14 as Toros take timeout once again. Biggest lead of the game now for Flamengo, 40-26. (40-26). Biggest lead of the game for Flamengo. Toros actually led for Minute or so early in this one. Hicks for 3, and that is good. But this has been all Flamengo in this one so far. Balbi splits the defense. It's it back outside as the offense resets. Now Dos Santos missing the 3. Seward the rebound. Dos Santos swings it left side to Balbi, and Flamengo reset. Balbi for 3. Nope. Rebound to Miranda. The quick feed to Dos Santos, and he lays it in. (42-29). And a whistle as Lloreda remains on the floor. He gets helped up by 3 players. He's that big and that respected. One of them that helped him up was a member of Flamengo. So shows you the kind of respect these guys have for Jaime Lloreda. And I think Gustavo Conti is wondering why they blew the whistle, because Flamengo had an easy bucket coming up. Usually when a player is down, they let play continue.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Lloreda is just that respected. out of respect for him, they stopped play. So they're going to go to a review. I'm not sure what they're going to review here. But we will get a look at it momentarily. Again, our officiating crew: Carmelo de la Rosa of Puerto Rico, Yesid Carreño of Colombia, and Franco Anselmo of Argentina. Perhaps we will not get a look at what the officials are seeing. Typically we do. We get the same camera angles they do. There, we get a look at it now.
I was just getting ready to say maybe they're just trying to cue it up to where we need to go.
So, are they trying to determine possession? Are they trying to see if there was a foul? Or if it went out right there? Or right there? Oh, maybe that's what they're looking at. Did the ball go out of bounds?
It seems Shaq Johnson may not have established back in bounds.
Okay.
If he stepped out, he may not have established. We might see here.
Oh, it didn't look like he stepped out.
Yeah, it doesn't look like either foot stepped out.
At least from that angle.
Yeah, it's not the... I can't be 100% certain from that angle, but it looks pretty good.
And maybe that's why they blew the whistle. Because they thought that Johnson stepped on the sideline. And not because
there's
Lloreda
a ref
was down.
right there. Does that
but
ref
you could
blow
see
the
his
whistle
head.
at all on the sideline?
I don't know. His head was not looking down, so he was not looking at the feet of Shaquille Johnson. So they have made their decision. Let's see what it is. It should be Flamengo ball. They called double technicals? I'm in the dark, partner. This is one of those
Yeah.
situations where when you do a remote broadcast and you're not at the scorer's table, you can't really hear the public address announcement. And you don't have anybody really to relay what is going on. Andrew and I, about 8,000 miles from the site of this broadcast, which is taking place in Buenos Aires. We are in our separate home studios. So
I'm probably about 7,995 miles, personally.
yeah, you're at the other end of town. So Joshua Chambers assessed the technical, the head coach for Toros, and Shaquille Johnson given the technical for Flamengo. I still didn't see very much. I'm not sure at all what that was all about. I didn't see Johnson unless he said something after
He was near the he's near the coach.
play.
Did they have words?
Could be. At any rate, it's 44-29. Seward tries to get it inside, and it gets tied up. Dos Santos helps up Navarro. And Andrew, I'm getting the feel in this game that it's kind of almost like a scrimmage. Guys don't really look like they're moving around with too much explosiveness. Absolutely nothing on the line in this game. Certainly both teams want to win. How about Ruan Miranda? He's got 6 points now. Lead is 17. Miranda again.
There we go. Post work. Love it.
19-point lead now for Flamengo. Yeah, you got to be loving Ruan Miranda doing that work.
Player of the game,
Galizzi,
Greg.
11 points. Well, Galizzi's got 11, don't forget. Miranda's got 8 points and 3 rebounds. Galizzi 11 and 2.
His moves have just been silky, though.
Yeah, they sure have.
It's style. He's got
bet if
8
you
more style points.
I'll bet if you look at his shot chart, it's going to be one blurred circle right under the bucket. He gets 2 more.
Feed him.
Rojas goes off the foot of Seward. I did just look at the shot chart for Ruan Miranda. 5 for 5. All 5 of his buckets are in that restricted area. So Miranda's 5 for 5 with 10 points. Galizzi's 5 for 5 with 11. And that's because Galizzi hit a 3-pointer. Another rebound for
They've combined.
Miranda. He's got 4. Yeah. Combined, they have a man.
They've combined for a man.
That time it's an alley-oop to Ruan Miranda. Throws it down with the right hand, and he's got a dozen. Hicks has it roll in, and he's got 5. Miranda again. And that time, Rojas has the answer.
I think he
Inside
should
of
have
the
taken
minute
a
to
couple
play,
dribbles.
second quarter. Yeah.
Rojas was going to foul him if he took a couple dribbles there.
Yeah, I agree. 3 from the corner, straight through. That was a pretty shot. That was Alejandro Grant. And he's got 5. Answering at the other end, Jordan Williams. Five seconds left, shot clock off. 3 on the way. Missed wide right and unable to be saved. And we will go to halftime with Flamengo on top by the score of 55-36. Their biggest lead of the half, I believe, 21. Check on that right quick. Yep, 21 points. And for the team, Flamengo 24 of 40 for 60% overall, as Shaquille Johnson trying to get a little bit more of an explanation on that technical foul that he got. Flamengo 5 of 18 from three-point range, under 28%. Imagine if they were hitting. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Toros, meanwhile, 12 of 35 overall, 34.3%. 5 of 14 from the arc for 35.7, and 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Flamengo out rebounding Toros 24-16. Toros actually with the advantage on the offensive end, 7-6. 5 turnovers for Flamengo in that first half, 6 for Toros. Individually, Guy Deodato, 5 points, 3 boards. Franco Balbi, 6 points, 4 assists. Jonathan Dos Santos, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Jordan Williams, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Shaquille Johnson, 9 points. Kyle Manfio has not scored, but has 3 rebounds. Lucas Seward, 5 points, 3 boards. Ruan Miranda, 12 points, 5 rebounds in that first half. He's definitely on double-double watch. Taiva Kalitsi, 11 points, 2 boards. For Toros de Chiriquí, I did not see Johnny Murillo get into the game, but he's got 3 points. The 16-year-old in his first action with Toros de Chiriquí hit a 3-pointer in that first half. Joshua Lemon, 1 point. Guillermo Navarro, 6 points. Jaime Lloreda has 10 points, 3 boards. Roberto Armstrong, 6 points. New addition, Alexander Pile, played just over 3 minutes in that first half, but did not score. Michael Hicks, 5 points. Alejandro Grant, 5 points, 2 boards. And Ezekiel Bell did not score, but had 2 rebounds. Again, at halftime, 55-36 in favor of Flamengo. We are back at Gimnasio Hector Echart in Buenos Aires with second half action between Flamengo and Toros de Chiriquí in just a few moments. Welcome back to Gimnasio Hector Echart in Buenos Aires, Argentina for tonight's contest in Group B. Second to last game in the group phase of the 2024-25 Basketball Champions League Americas Tournament. Flamengo leading Toros de Chiriquí coming out of halftime, 55-36. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Welcome in wherever you're watching from in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of this great big wide world of ours on the BCL America's YouTube channel. And courtside 1891 as Roberto Armstrong gets the action underway for the second half. An easy deuce for Toros to make it 55-38. Finally, Ruan Miranda misses, but he gets fouled, so he'll get a chance to go to the line to get two that way. Miranda in the first half, 6 baskets for 12 points.
Oh, I thought maybe that wouldn't count as a shot attempt since he got fouled.
I thought the same thing, unless they're saying, was he 6 of 6 at halftime? Probably look up his shot chart and look. Miranda, you look at quarter one. Yeah, he did have a miss in the second quarter. Okay. So he was 6 of 7. So that one did not count. Yeah. But all of his baskets inside the semicircle there. Miranda now with 14 points and 5 rebounds. We'll see if he can get the double-double. Balby, no, Seward for 3. That missed. Saw the beard and immediately thought Balby. Looks like Shaq Johnson took a shot across the chops there from Ezekiel Bell. Keep an eye on that. Johnson to Balby, now to Seward again. Now back down to Miranda. Outside to Balby, still 10 to shoot. Seward for 3. Splash! Good release, good rotation, good rip. Biggest lead of the game at 22. Now the step back 3 for Alejandro Grant misses. Balby skips his way into the lane and draws the foul. Seward, the picture of concentration, releasing that free throw. The lead is 24. Seward now with 8. Hicks has his shot blocked by Miranda. Beg your pardon, that was Balby at the free throw line. Keep getting Balby and Seward mixed up with those beards. So Seward has
Balby
8.
appreciates
Balby
that.
now with 8.
Say Balby appreciates the height. Seward appreciates the good looks you're mistaking him for.
I think Balby also appreciates having 8 years subtracted. Seward comes up with that loose ball up ahead to Williams, and now Seward loses it on his way up. And a foul called. Ruan Miranda has something in every column of the stat page except a 3-point attempt. 14 points, 2 offensive rebound, 3 defensive, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 1 block. That's what you call filling the stat sheet. Seward misses that free throw. Second one straight through. .25 is the lead. Hicks airballs the 3-point attempt out of bounds, and it'll be Flamengo ball. And again, not quite the vigor in this game that we might see in March or April in this tournament, or even earlier on in the group phase, but these guys are still working. They're professionals. They have pride.
You can see too, it's pretty hot there. We got guys with a pretty good sweat going.
Currently 87 degrees in Buenos Aires. Don't forget it is summer down in South America. Jordan Williams left open for 3. He drains that, and he's got 8. 2 of 3 from the arc now. And Flamengo continues to run up this lead, outscoring Toros in this third quarter 11-2. With 5:43 to play in the frame. Once again, earlier on today, it was Minas in Belo Horizonte defeating Biguá 81-77. Biguá eliminated on Sunday after their loss to Quimsa, but they still gave Minas all they could handle just a little while ago. One more game coming up after this one. Tomorrow will be the final game of the group phase in BCL Americas play 2024-25 as Flamengo rains down another 3-pointer. Jordan Williams, he's got 11 now. Also 4 rebounds. Tomorrow it's going to be Boca Juniors, who pounded this Flamengo team last night, 96-71, actually yesterday morning. I think that one tipped off at 11 o'clock local time. An open three as Guy Deodato missed. I'll bet if Guy takes that shot 1,000 times, he hits 993 of them. Well, maybe not, but. Guy, one of the most exciting, electrifying players. Did we just see a bird? I think we just saw a bird.
We got birds in the house.
Seward for three. We had a dog the other night.
Did we ever see the dog?
No, we never saw the dog. We heard the dog.
I wanted to see him. I'm disappointed. I'm going to guess the bird we saw was a toucan. Yep.
I don't think it was a toucan.
Yep.
We're not playing. We're not playing in the jungle.
Okay, peregrine falcon.
There you get a look at Tayeve Galitzi with that red streak. And the lead is 30.
I got it. Instead of your common barn owl, this is one of those basketball gymnasium owls.
Okay, possibly. Oh, there he is again.
Nope, there is.
Matches the biggest lead of the game at 31. 3 on the way from Edalberto Rojas, and that is good. Deodato swinging it left side. Edalberto Rojas tips that pass, lands in the hands of Franco Balbi, and he hits the little baby jump shot along the baseline to get it back to 30. And Jordan Williams having himself a third quarter. 13 points now. As Joshua Chambers takes time out with the lead at 32. Don't tell Jordan Williams he can't get up at age 31. No problem throwing that one down off of the alley-oop from Franco Balbi. $75-43 in favor of Flamengo. So Flamengo taking a good accounting of themselves after the stumble yesterday against Boca. Blowing the doors off of Toros here in this one with one more game to play in Group B to wind up the group phase tomorrow. And Andrew, I'm reconfiguring my power rankings.
Yes.
Manfio for 3. That's his first bucket of the game. He was 0 for 4 from the arc prior to that. Oh my, from way outside, that is good. Guillermo Navarro shot that one from Neptune. Manfio with the answer at the other end. At 30 to play third quarter. 81-46 now. And Ezekiel Bell with the two-hand jam. Doble la falta. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. So Bell to the free throw line. Came into this one 1 of 5 from the stripe. Has not shot a free throw yet tonight. Balbi kicks it out. Another three on the way. Another splash for Flamengo. Now they're making it rain from outside. 84-49. Lead is 35. Deodato. Back to Williams for three. From way outside. That is good. Deodato. Seventh three-pointer of the quarter for Flamengo. Oh.
They're saying that didn't count?
Yeah. 7 of 12 from the arc in the third quarter for Flamengo. I don't know, man. I'd look at that.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one again.
87-49 after three quarters. As Flamengo goes slightly bonkers from the arc in that third quarter, outscoring Toros 32-13. Flamengo now overall 59% from the floor. Wow. 33 of 56. 12 of 30 for 40% from the arc. 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Remember, they were shooting in the 20s at halftime. Toros 17 of 50 overall. 7 of 21 from the arc. 8 of 12 from the free throw line. 37 rebounds for Flamengo, 20 for Toros. 5 turnovers for Flamengo, 9 for Chiriquí. Individually, Guy Deodato, 8 points, 5 rebounds for Flamengo. Franco Balbi, 10 points, 9 assists. Jonathan Dos Santos, 2 points. Jordan Williams, 13 points, 6 boards. Shaquille Johnson, 9 points. Kyle Manfio, 9 points, 5 rebounds now. Lucas Seward, 9 points, 3 boards. Ruan Miranda, 14 points, 5 rebounds. Ty Vekalitsi, 13 points and 3 rebounds. Ty Vekalitsi was one of those guys in the first quarter that helped get Flamengo off to a great start. He had 11 first quarter points. Relatively quiet since then. For Toros, the 16-year-old Johnny Murillo, 3 points. Joshua Lemon, 1. Guillermo Navarro, 9. Adalberto Rojas, 3. Jaime Lloreda, 10 points, 5 boards. Roberto Armstrong has 8. The new addition, Alexander Pile, has played just over 3 minutes, has not scored. Michael Hicks, 7. Alejandro Grant, 5. And Ezekiel Bell, 3.
Yeah, you mentioned that Flamengo wasn't shooting as great in the first half. That was something I expected to change yesterday when they played Boca. They usually don't, well, not usually, but we've seen them not shoot great in the first half. Sometimes they just open it up and shoot 60% in the first half, and the game seems to be over at halftime. But they usually get close to that percentage, even if they start off slow. In the second half yesterday, they just never really got things going again. You know, Guy Deodato had a pretty good first half where he was shooting pretty well, and even he couldn't get things restarted in the second half. So just another note as to kind of what I saw from the defeat at the hands of Boca.
Well, I have reconfigured my power rankings with 1 game left in the group phase, essentially a meaningless game. Did you reconfigure yours, or are you sticking with yours?
I think for the most part, if I recall, I'm probably sticking with where mine's at. I believe I had Boca relatively high. That's a team that I feel like would have some movement. Yes. Now, see, the thing is, though, is potentially your power rankings are more accurate because you moved them when they won. I was kind of going off of how I thought they could play. Which
I'm
they
also
kind of proved me right.
Basing. I'm also basing it on the outcomes of a couple of games, which were indicative to me, perhaps more of not reaching potential, but exceeding. So here are my updated power rankings. 12, Toros de Chiriquí. 11, CDC Leones. 10, Bigua. 9, even though they're advancing to the quarterfinals, Quimsa. 8, Toros de Valle. Even though they are not advancing to the quarters. Number 7, Instituto. Number 6, Paisas. And here's where things have changed for them. Number 5, I've moved Boca up based on what they did to Flamengo. Number 4, Flamengo has dropped for me from number 2 to number 4. I've got Minas moving up from, I think, 5 or 6. I had Minas at 6. They continue to look impressive. I've got them at number 3. Real Esteli, even though they did not play, they moved up to 2 based on the strength of their competition. And, of course, Franca at number 1. Oh, the pretty feed and the alley-oop lay-in for Ezekiel Bell. Manfio at the other end missed the layup.
I would flip Esteli and Flamengo in my rankings. I think Flamengo is
So you
still pretty good.
you'd keep Flamengo at number 2.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, and that's where I
Well,
had them
no,
heading into this game, but
I think I kind of had the way I wrote it down. I kind of had Minas and Flamengo 2 and 3. Like, take a pick. I'm going to give Flamengo the edge. They've been here before. They got experience. That's it. I'm giving the edge. I
yeah.
think they have a better scoring ability too.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, but other than those two, I agreed with everything you just said.
Seven and a half minutes to play. The turnover and the offensive foul on Alejandro Grant. There you get a look at Gustavo Conti in his 7th season at the helm of traditional Brazilian power Flamengo. Jordan Williams continues to ring it up from outside in this second half. .94-53. And that is the biggest lead of the game at 41. I'm sure we could find somewhere on the website what the quarterfinal matchups are going to be. If it's going to be like A1 against B2, B1 against A2. As I hear you clicking away furiously on your mouse.
I'm looking it up.
Williams misses the floater, gets the rebound back, launches the three from the corner, and that is good. Jordan Williams now with 19 points. Williams now 5 of 8 from three-point range. 4 of 6 in the second half. As Flamengo 1 point closer to the century mark, still with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to play in this fourth quarter.
Well, I don't know if this kind of helps. We've got 4 brackets the right thing, but 4 matchups, and we've got we've got one team in each. Franca plays someone. Esteli plays someone. Paisas is in the bottom part of the game that they're in because they're the second place team in their group. And Instituto is the bottom team in their.
Oh, yep. So it's, yep, I found it. So yeah, the final 8, it's going to be Franca against Quimsa. It's going to be Minas against Instituto. Then it'll be
I just needed to
Paisas.
refresh mine. Well, that means Flamengo will play
presumably
Paisas.
against Flamengo. Yeah. Oh, that one's going to be fun.
And Esteli against Boca. So we both had Boca as one of our higher second place teams, and Esteli a little bit lower. So that's an interesting matchup.
Well, I moved Esteli up to 2.
You did not. Yeah.
Just because of the competition they faced.
But
granted, they had 2 losses.
Maybe what you were interested in is Paisas and Flamengo, 2 teams that potentially can both really fill up the score sheet.
Oh, that's going to be that is going to be something special, I think. That best of 3 series.
Yeah, I think those are my 2 most intriguing matchups. Esteli and Boca, and Paisas and Flamengo.
Last year we had 3 of our 4 quarterfinals go to 3 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. That was where I joined you. That was my introduction to the BCL Americas tournament, and I remember we had a couple of games. I saw a team win big in the first game, and I thought, oh wow, this is over. Second game, the other team would win by 20 points or something like that. I'm like, oh, and I think one of those was each team won on the opposing team's floor, and so it was like everything's out the window. Just figure, can't make any predictions.
That Franca-Kimsa matchup, I think Franca would be the heavy favorite, but those 2 teams have danced in the quarters and semis before.
Mm-hmm. Now the next question I have is, are the teams that are nearest each other who we'd expect to see in the semis? So like, would Franca Kimsa, would they play the winner of Esteli Boca? There we go.
Could be. I'm not sure if they reseed or how they do that. If they have these in order, or what the final 4 are going to look like. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for Flamengo and Paisas.
Well, then when I was angry clicking too, we've got the let's see here. I'm gonna have to go angry click some more.
106-61, by the way, now. .45 difference. 1 off the biggest lead of the game for Flamengo as we approach 2.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, it looks like February the 20th and 23rd. We've got the
Balbi with the alley-oop to Tayebe Galitsi. You were saying?
Yeah, that's we've seen some of our promos for that. That's our AmeriCup qualifiers. So that's more exciting.
And these guys, a bunch of these guys are going to be in those.
Right.
I didn't see who's playing in that qualifier. I haven't followed the AmeriCup quite that closely with this tournament going on.
Group A looks like Venezuela and Argentina. They play first.
Okay.
The other Group A matchup would be, I may not know. I may not know my
Certainly a lot of
abbreviations for the
Argentines.
countries here. Colombia and Chile.
Certainly a lot of Argentines on the national team will be in the quarterfinals of this event. I would say probably half the roster. Oh, shot blocked by Galizzi.
Then we've also got.
I would think a lot of the Colombian roster would be on the two Colombian teams as well.
Correct.
Well,
and we've got.
Wow, Galizzi with another dunk. Galizzi now
Puerto
with
Rico
18.
and USA. They're Group D.
Oh.
So I don't know. Would Victor Lee still play on the Puerto Rican team?
Victor Lease, I believe, is Dominican.
Dominican, you said that. My bad.
He's played
somebody
in
on
Puerto Rico
Pisces Puerto
plenty.
Rican? That's what it was. But then it's also Bahamas and Cuba in
Okay.
Group D. And then for the 23rd, you've got. Oh, it looks like these two dates are just for Group A and Group D. So you're going to reshuffle some of the teams I just.
Couple of seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Toros not really trying much offensively, but Johnny Murillo scores. The 16-year-old will finish this game with 11 points now. (110-65). Final score as Flamengo rolls into the quarters. Flamengo 41 of 74 overall for 55%, 16 to 38 from three-point range, 42%, 12 of 14 from the free throw line, 85.7. For Toros, 23 of 65, 35%. 9 of 29 from the arc for 31%, 10 of 14 from the free throw line, 28 rebounds for Toros, 49 for Flamengo. 7 turnovers for Flamengo, 12 for Toros. Individually for Flamengo, Guy Deodato, 11.6 rebounds. Franco Balbi, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists. Jonathan Dos Santos, 5 points. Jordan Williams finished with 19 points, 8 rebounds. Shaquille Johnson, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Kyle Manfio, 9.6 boards. Lucas Seward, 11 points. Ruan Miranda, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Taya Galizzi finished with 18 points and 5 boards, as well as a pair of blocked shots. For Toros, 16-year-old Johnny Murillo, 11 points in his debut with Toros. Joshua Lemon, 1 point. Guillermo Navarro, 11, along with 3 assists. Adalberto Rojas, 3 points, 3 boards. Jaime Lloreda, 10 points. He had 7 of those in the first quarter. Lloreda also with 5 rebounds. Roberto Armstrong, 10 points, 4 boards, 5 assists. Michael Hicks had 7 at 48 years old. Alejandro Grant, 7 points. And Ezekiel Bell, 5 points, 4 rebounds. So, again, the quarterfinals are set. We have one more game in group play tomorrow. It's going to be Boca Juniors against Toros de Chiriquí, 9:20 p.m. local time, 7:20 p.m. Eastern time in the USA, right back here at Gimnasio Hector Echart in Buenos Aires. Once again, the final score, 110 for Flamengo, 65 for Toros de Chiriquí. For my partner, Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fadis, saying thanks for watching, and so long for now. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
Have a good one. Thank you.